Alyssa Mercante must know that she's about to lose this lawsuit because she has defaulted to a horrible, dirty trick when it comes to pulling smashjt's funding out from under his feet. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol, and yes, if you hadn't heard, transfer pause. smashjt's GoFundMe has been, at least for the time being, temporarily suspended, with it kind of being able to go either way, whether it's going to get reinstated or taken down completely. And it's obviously because Alyssa Mercante reported it. So we're going to get into all this news. Before we do, hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. And before we get into that, do you remember this right here? This initiative between a bunch of individuals that just couldn't stand Geeks and Gamers and Gary from Hypnotic and then Clownfish TV and all the others. And so they did the one thing, or at least they tried to do the one thing they knew would work. Go after the funding. You know, they said it right here. Marginalized actors on other social media platforms have historically resulted in platform bans, whereas the same behavior has made provocateurs millionaires on YouTube. This should be highly concerning for advertisers. They are trying to go after the money because, hey, if they don't break any rules, if they can't, don't do anything against terms of service, well, then maybe we can go ahead and hit their pocket instead, and that will forcibly make them change. Alyssa Mercante seems to be pulling the exact same tactic, and it is blatantly obvious. So we got right here the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe that right now is suspended. You cannot find this GoFundMe. I mean, I tried. Now, of course, I've talked with Smash about this. He is in the process of fighting it, remedying this, getting it taken care of to the point where it will hopefully be reinstated in 7 days or less, as long as he made certain changes, because it may have actually, the way his title was worded, may have gone against GoFundMe's guidelines. And if that's the case, then honestly, fair enough. Smash, they're well within their right to tell Smash this got to change. However, would they have ever even known if it weren't for Alyssa Mercante doing every single little thing she could to try and get this lawsuit, or try and get his funding pulled so that he doesn't go for the lawsuit, so he doesn't have the financial means to attempt this lawsuit? Right here, dear GoFundMe user, we temporarily paused your GoFundMe because we need you to add some additional information to your fundraiser story. Please be aware that while our team works with you to gather more information, your fundraiser, bank transfers, and ability to create fundraisers are temporarily suspended. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Also be aware that we don't hear back from you within the next 7 days. We will unfortunately have to refund and remove your account, help cover legal expenses against Alyssa Mercante's attacks. Please remove the fundraiser picture for this fundraiser, any direct names or defamatory language listed in the story. This is a violation of our terms of service, and that's what it was. The fact that Alyssa Mercante's name was there, and that is a violation of terms of service, again, that is completely valid. So if Smash just changes the name, he should be fine. Maybe do something like, help cover legal expenses against kotaku management, kotaku management attacks, or, kotaku employee, legal fund. Well, you don't want to call it a Kotaku employee legal fund. Anti-Kotaku employee legal fund. Something like, everyone's going to know what Smash is. He's putting himself out there. He's got a good platform. Anyone that donates to it knows it is his. I mean, it's not like he was doing too terribly bad. Homie gotten almost $6,500 raised. He had definitely, made it to goal and then needed to update his goal. But yes, you see right here, the transfers were paused. Now, that is not inherently a bad thing. As long as he, so far as I can tell, as long as he wanted to change the title and keep her name out of it, then it should be reinstated and it'll be fine. Pure evil activists go after their funding sources. Ring a bell? So they've now reported my GoFundMe account enough for GoFundMe to temporarily suspend it due to using a direct name and defamatory language. Now, I don't think Smash actually used any defamatory language. I do believe that was probably a form letter, some note that is very easy, a template, for lack of a better word, that GoFundMe probably has in their email. That's just a guess. I don't know, but yeah, I would be more than willing to bet that's a, again, a form letter or a template. I've edited the requested information out, and this should be fine after they review it, but wanted to keep you all posted on exactly what we're dealing with. And yes, I agree, give, send, go is the way to go in the future, but realize just how evil the people are on that side that we're dealing with here. They will stop at nothing to ruin you. Direct donations are the best way to avoid this shit, to be honest, but those are not public, and I want to keep this as visible and possible for transparency purposes. And I respect that. I do. I actually asked Smash why he didn't go with give, send, go to begin with, because give, send, go is just the based version of GoFundMe. Anyone who's willing, needs to start any sort of funding process or whatnot, give, send, go is a much better option. But the real reason that we should be covering this and talking about this, why would Alyssa Mercante go after this unless she knew, unless she was terrified and worried that Smash actually does have the power, and that Ron Coleman, Smash's badass Jewish lawyer, has the ability to ruin her? We have talked at length about how there is no case here, how everything that Alyssa Mercante's lawyer said is dribble. It's trite, useless, easily debunked information, more meant as a scare tactic than anything else. And when Ron Coleman sent that legal letter, pretty much laying all of that out, things are going to get good. Last night, during Hypnocast, the real Alyssa Mercante popped into the chat. At least we're 90% sure it was the real Alyssa Mercante. We did some digging, and I'm sure she's going to watch this video as well, because she keeps tabs on all of us. So, how you doing, sweetheart? Mwah. Yes, Hypno was talking, making conversation, having jokes. You know how Hypno runs his shows. And Alyssa pops in and just sends a bunch of writing emojis, as if she's taking notes for her lawyer. Okay, and go for it, because talking about a public figure on a live stream isn't defamation, isn't against the rules. SmashJT making videos and tweets about you isn't against any rules. It's kind of amazing how fundamentally she wants to destroy free speech. And not only that, this is a free speech issue at the end of the day. You have an entitled loser journalist who doesn't like that the gaming industry, at least the people who fund it, the fans, have turned on her, have found out who she was and turned on her. And because she doesn't like that they can use that free speech to voice how much the absolute disdain they hold for this woman, now that there's a lawsuit potentially happening about said speech, the only way that she can curtail that is to go for the funding. It's really sickening behavior, because, you know what? I'm pretty sure she said on X, let's handle this in court. You know what? Let's go ahead and handle this in court. We'll take care of it. We'll wait for the legal system. If you were being honest about that, if you had a shred of integrity, which I know is asking for a lot coming from you, then you would have let that GoFundMe up. You would have let it be a fair fight. Or maybe it's an unfair fight. Maybe you're just actually really jealous that Smash is getting the support of all these individuals, that he has made almost $6,500. Where is your crowdfunding came from? How are you doing? How are you able to afford your lawyer? Because, look, I'm not going to say I've checked into it. I haven't. But I doubt Alyssa Mercante has a GoFundMe, or if she does, it's certainly not getting funded. Take a look at her account. Anytime she tweets something that isn't culture war related, she gets like 3 likes, maybe a single comment, and it's usually by another one of her kotaku buddies. There isn't a lot of engagement on her non-owning the Gamergate woke chuds, meaning she doesn't actually have a large fan base or follower count. She doesn't have people that are going to donate to her cause, or even if she does have the people that'd be willing to, there are these unhinged, crazy leftists who don't have jobs and would rather spend their time protesting at the Summer of Love. So, yeah, there's no money on her side whatsoever, which she has talked about at length, how little money she makes and how broke she is. Ironically enough, she's still got enough money to always be able to afford to have a drink in her hand in every photo of her, but I guess that's neither here nor there. The point is, Alyssa is terrified. These are the last desperate acts of somebody who is in the death throes of a losing court battle. A court battle that really hasn't even started yet. That's the amazing part. The court battle hasn't even started yet. And she's already convinced she's losing, or at least is convinced that if it were a fair fight she would lose, and needs to sabotage SmashJT in every conceivable manner if she was to have any sort of a fighting chance. Ironically enough, a fighting chance in the courtroom, since she's afraid of any female that actually took her up on her challenge to fight her physically. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Not always about the Alyssa Mercante and smashjt stuff or gamergate, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved with over 80 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity. But only one kind of diversity of thought. If that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.